Hey guys, welcome back. It is Monday, and that means it is time to do more. That's right, this is the second episode of Do More Monday. And if you missed the first episode, the whole idea of Do More Monday is to take a small little household job that you've been neglecting, about an hour to 2 hours every Monday, and to tackle something that is just turned into complete chaos. For me, I started with my master closet because I really needed help. And let me tell you, I have been so happy every time I walk in here and I just see all of the clothes neatly organized, color coordinated, all of my nice black velvet hangers. It has just brought me so much joy. So that is my hope for you guys too, that if you're doing this challenge, this 52-week long Do More Monday challenge with me, you also are just starting to just feel more at peace when you walk into your home and you see all of these awesome projects that you're getting done. So without further ado, let's start on the shoe rack. So here is a close-up view of what this shoe rack currently looks like. You can see it's random storage, shoes piled on top of each other. I mean, it's not so bad, but it definitely could benefit from some decluttering, some organization, some cleaning. So we're going to take everything off of these shelves and we're going to start sorting through what are shoes that we actually wear, what are shoes that we don't wear, old holy slippers, I'm looking at you, and we're gonna just start making piles. Gotta be honest, haven't looked in this bin in a while, and I have been wondering where this was. I'm gonna skip my husband's shoes because he's gonna be in here in just a second to help me sort through what he wants to keep and what he wants to donate. So my husband and I don't have a ton of shoes to start with, so this is gonna be really pretty easy for us. Most of the shoes that we have are shoes that we want to keep. Things that I know just automatically off the bat I don't want to keep, I'm just putting in a donate pile. And then of course there's shoes like this, super cute, but you only wear them maybe 4 or 5 times a year, but you don't want to get rid of them. So these obviously are gonna go on the bottom shelf. Okay, these are my kids. Don't know what they're doing in there. So then you have items like this, which super not practical. I haven't worn these in probably 15 years. These are actually the shoes I wore on my wedding day. So it's things like this that are sentimental that you don't want to get rid of, but you don't really use. I think they'll fit perfectly in the little organization systems that I am going to purchase. So I'm going to hold on to them. And you can't get rid of the shoes you wore on your wedding day, right? I mean, I have my wedding dress hanging right there. Okay, and while I'm down here on the floor, I've just got a damp rag, taking things completely off a shelf, like cleaning, organizing, decluttering. Definitely make sure to clean the shelving, the drawers, vacuum out the drawers, dust the shelves, whatever. Clean the space before you start putting things back. Don't forget to dust the sides of the shelves and then also underneath. Ooh, there's some dust bunnies falling down, right? Because if you're gonna take the time to do this, like let's do it right, let's do it 100%. Now to put things back on. I already know I'm going to want to buy some organizers to put on these shelves, so that'll take a few days. I do recommend actually planning these things in advance, but you know, we're doing the best we can. So I will show you what the finished product is when those organizers come in, but for right now, I'm just going to line up my shoes, and you'll notice just like we did the clothes nice and neatly color coordinated, I'm also going to color coordinate my shoes because it will look so much neater on the shelf. Next, we're gonna start right here with the boots. And as we move up the shelf, the process is the same. I'm just gonna wipe the shelves down and put the shoes back. It's amazing how dirty your closet shelves get. Now here's a little trick if you're like me and you don't have a lot of storage space for your shoes. Men's shoes especially take up a lot of space because obviously they're a lot bigger, and then when you throw in like big old boots like this, I mean, you could maybe only fit like 2 pairs on one single shelf. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the right foot on all of them so that it's kind of nice and neat. That one right there, flip this one over and put it right like that. So you're able to fit 2 pairs into the space that you would normally only get 1 pair. And that looks perfect. And I even have a little extra space right here. Ta-da! And now that I'm looking at it, I actually don't even think that I'm going to need to buy any shoe organizers. Perfect. Now for his boots, this little storage compartment, the previous owners of the house built. So that is where we just line up his boots. Just this little, I mean like 10-minute project has made a huge difference already. Let's tackle these 2 shelves and all of this mess right here. So if you watched last week when we did the hanging clothes, you'll remember that I had some bulkier sweaters and sweatshirts that I didn't want to take up space on my closet rods. So we are gonna tackle those next. I have purchased some organizers, like sweater box type things that I'm going to show you. My boxes on the top are gray, so I wanted everything to just look cohesive and nice. So these are called trapezoid boxes, probably because of their size. It's kind of diagonal, but these will be perfect for storing my sweaters. And I measured the length of my shelves to see what type of organizers to get to maximize the space. So they had some that were 16 inches wide and some that were 19 inches wide, but my shelf is 24.5 inches wide. So obviously that would leave you with a few inches of wasted space on each side. And I know for me, if I have even like 2 inches on either side of some storage bins, I'm gonna be like stuffing random things in there, and I didn't wanna do that. So I got two 12-inch size. These will fit perfect right here, 2 of them together. That'll be the perfect spot to store my folded sweaters. And they are super easy to put together. So you just unfold them, take the base, pop it in, and you're good to go. Already looks so much neater. So sweatshirts that I don't wear very often, I'm gonna put on the bottom, and I'm going to fold them up so that they fit perfectly in the 12 by 12 square. Just like that. Perfect. So that's all the sweaters that I have to store. So for my last 2 bins, I'm gonna put things in here that I want to keep really easily accessible. Belts, wallets, small purses, stuff like that. And that is such a huge improvement from what we started with. Next, let's tackle the top shelf, and let's work on this little corner over here. Just some random things, ski pants that I haven't used in forever, but I don't want to get rid of. I've got some great storage bins that I bought for those. Some random things down here on the ground that used to be up in that corner and have fallen down. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. And as with any space that we organize, the very first step is to get everything out. And so I'm just gonna clear off completely all of this top shelf and see what we're working with. Okay, let's take a trip up to the top of my closet. Now, these storage bins right here, I'm just gonna keep these on the shelf because I peeked into them and they are perfectly organized. Let me just show you. Foot and knee braces. When you look in here, that is all foot and knee braces for my husband. That is perfectly done. So highly, highly, highly recommend this system. Check out the blog post on thesavvysparrow.com. I've got these customizable tags that perfectly fit these organizing boxes, which I love. I will put a link in the description for these. And all of this is the other random stuff that came out from that corner. So let me show you how I'm gonna organize all of this to make it look nice and neat, just like the other things. So in preparation for this big master closet project, I bought these big soft-sided zippered storage bins. So they're supposed to be able to fit like pillows, comforters, like bedding, like big bulky things that you want to store, but you still want to like look neat. For things like my ski pants, tote bags that I only use like a few times a year, stuff like that, that was up on that top shelf and was just a mess. So let's see how these work. Okay, so the first one I am going to designate for tote bags and purses that I just don't use very frequently, but that I don't want to get rid of either. That is where something like this is going to be perfect. You'll still have the stuff, you know, instead of just like getting rid of it, but it'll be out of the way and it'll look a lot neater. We are landlocked. We don't go to the beach but a few times a year, but it's a really great bag, so I don't want to get rid of it. In the bin. Perfect. This one I can probably get rid of. We will put that in the donate pile. Let's see. This is a great tote bag also, so I don't want to get rid of it. And ski pants, it looks like are gonna fit really nicely right on top. Wow, these fit a lot. And really there's even, like I could even put more stuff in here, but that's probably good for that one. So if you followed along, I hope that you love your closet now as much as I love mine. Join us next week for Do More Monday. We're gonna be tackling the nightstands. My nightstands, it's another one of those things where I started organizing it like a year and a half ago. It worked for a month or two and now it's just a complete wreck again. I found like goobers in there last week that, I mean, it was a nice snack, but you know, not something you just want floating in the bottom of your nightstand. Join me next week, Do More Monday, nightstands. Thanks guys, see you later.